What is your biggest fail in this process? Did somebody come with some skin like, damn, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know how I'm gonna get this right.
I just always knew like that I was different. Like all my siblings right now are in the military. I'm the only one that didn't go to the military.
You had no one to help you. Like you was literally out on the street in the gutter, and you came out the gutter and look at you now.
The one person that you're looking for to be in the stands, to cheer you on, to say you did it, is not present. What do you put in your grits?
Oh, come on, bro.
Well, I don't eat grits.
What?
Yeah, I don't eat grits.
Hold on. You haven't stayed in Tennessee. You don't live in Georgia. Where you from? Maine, New Hampshire. That's where y'all lived at as well.
Don't worry, we're gonna edit it out. We're gonna edit it out.
No, we're not. We're gonna leave it.
What up? What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Forte Podcast. We are here. What's up, man?
Yo, man, what's good? What's good, man? Right. Yo, I'm Random on Fiston. Yo, we're gonna do the intro.
Man, I'm the co-host down here. All right. We are here to dive into your lane of greatness to discover what comes easy for you. It may not be easy for all of it.
Everyone's a genius, from the 9 to 5 employee to the Fortune 500 billionaire. We're here to highlight those attributes through dialogue and interviews with amazing guests.
Yes, sir. And of course, we got another fire episode, but I got one question for you.
What up, bro?
What's your forte?
What's your forte, man?
What's up, man? What's up? All right. So IG family, let me just apologize right now and say that my brother was right. He was so right. So for those of you watching, you're not seeing this right. Okay? You're just not seeing this right. I'm just letting you know. You're not seeing this right. I have to keep doing, this and to get a solo. So brother, how was your week, man?
My week was good, man. But more importantly, how my week is going to be.
Come on, man.
Best Fest coming up.
Okay.
To NPL.
Let's
Me
go.
And my boy out here. You know what we're gonna be doing while we're at Vest Fest?
Yeah, man.
We're gonna be out here selling tickets for what? What's coming that we need to sell tickets for, bro?
We're gonna be out here grinding for the all black November the 2nd in Buckhead, downtown ATL. You gotta get your tickets because we're gonna go crazy. I honestly believe that this thing is gonna sell out. It's gonna sell out.
The venue alone, man. Like for those watching, Mode X Studios in Buckhead, Atlanta. Go check that out. Matter of fact, we're gonna work on a promo video to insert into.
Yeah, we got you. We got y'all. We got y'all next week. We got y'all.
Yeah, but man, check that out, man. It's digital boards throughout. So if you trying to get in there, if you trying to sponsor, this is the place you want to sponsor because you're gonna have a crisp graphic of your logo or whatever you want up to advertise in front of the folks that's gonna be there. Let's go.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's gonna be dope, man. It's gonna be dope. So for those of you watching us live, because here's what we're doing now. We're going live, even though we edit every video, right? And so you're catching this episode live now, but truthfully, it may not be airing for another month or so, right? So you can go to theforteexperience.com, theforteexperience.com. Don't just get your general admission ticket. You can get your mastermind tickets, right? Because the mastermind is really where it's at, to be in the room with who's who. And we got some folks that's going to be in this room that's going to spit that game, that's going to give you that game, just as we did the All White in D.C. In May. So I'm excited about it.
Bro, do you want to give them a teaser? Do you want to give a teaser? One of the panelists we got coming to the mastermind. Just a little taste so they know what's coming. So we got no other than Mobile Mommy coming to the panelist stage for the mastermind. Mobile Mommy went and took RV flipping to a whole nother level. Most people are thinking about just the rest.
Now RV, hold on, mobile homes. Let's not say RV. Let's say mobile.
My bad. I got to get my. You're right. Yeah, mobile homes. Mobile homes. She out here closing deals same day cash. Because a mobile home is not like a regular property, right? It's you go to DMV, your local, like wherever you get your license or whatever the case may be, depending on your state, and you switch the title, and boom, you have ownership of that property. and then you're able to sell it. So she's going to be sharing a lot of information about how she's
Lot of
overcome
game. Lot of
the
game.
mobile home game, some of the
Yep.
hurdles that she has to overcome, because that's the biggest thing. A lot of people want to only think about the success, but there will be hurdles. So she's going to be sharing the hurdles that she overcome in hopes that you're able to get motivated and get excited to continue your journey in your industry of success.
Yeah, man. So today, man, we have a very special guest. So excited, man. This young lady, I was able to meet her at a mixer event that Pinky Cole put on for the grand opening of Bar Vegan out here in Georgia, man. And it was a dope event, dope networking event. And, I was just working the room, man, doing what I do, and ran into this Jewel, man. She's a gem for sure, but she's a boss. She's a young boss. And so we're gonna bring her on. We want to welcome to the Forte Podcast community, the one and only. Come on to the screen, Teelashae. Everybody say welcome to Teelashae.
Come on, Forteas. Give a big round of applause, Forteas. Let's go.
All right, tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, the name of your company, and where you're from. Let's start with that.
Okay, hi everyone. It's nice to meet you, even though I can't see you all. But my name is Teelashae. I'm the founder and CEO of Hornee Skin. Hornee Skin is a skincare company that educates Black people as a whole how to properly care for their skin and protect their skin from the UV rays. And I call it Hornee Skin because the outermost layer of the skin is called the stratum corneum, also known as the horny layer. So I want to educate people on that layer of the skin so that we can look our best and feel our best.
Y'all heard that, right? Because it threw me off when she told me the name. I was like, what? Right? Then she educated me, bro. She educated me, right? So I want you to do it one more time, T. I want you to really break it down, because the name of your business is Hornee Skin. That's correct?
Yes, Hornee Skin.
All right.
Yes.
So people who mind is in the gutter, right? If their mind is in the gutter, they're already thinking about something else, right? Hornee Skin, what you got going on, right? But I
thought that she said homing skin. I thought
she said horny.
Horny skin.
Yeah,
okay,
horny skin.
Yeah, Hornee Skin, right? So what I want you to do, T, I want you to kind of educate the world the same way you educated me in regards to this.
Well, yes, I started Hornee Skin because I went to school for aesthetics, and I noticed that we as Black people don't really wear sunscreen, and we don't really have skincare regimens. And after doing some research, I found that Black people have the highest mortality rate from developing skin cancer. And so I was like, okay, well, we have a lot of sunscreens on the shelf, and we have a lot of different sunscreens. So I'm in the process of starting my own skincare line and educating people, because I feel like our people are not really educated on how to properly have a skincare routine and incorporate in sunscreen, because it's very important. I mean, I know a lot of NFL players that have contracted skin cancer along the way, and there's probably a lot of NFL players that you all know. They're still playing right now. And there's a lot of artists that are Black and African American and that have developed skin cancer. So I feel like it's a great thing to start bring awareness to the community.
All right. So when I got that, but where the name of horny, right? Like, I think I'm trying to see the connection.
You know that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I call it Hornee Skin because the outermost layer of the skin is called the stratum corneum, and this layer of the skin is part of the epidermis. That layer of the skin, protects you from UV rays, pollution, debris, and it's like the first line of defense. And it's the largest organ of our body. So to properly educate people on that layer of the skin and letting them know that everyone has horny skin, it's just to take care of it and protect it. So that's why I named my company Hornee Skin.
Okay. All right. I'm sold. All right. Got it. All right. So what is matter of fact, before we even get into that, 'cause I'm gonna talk about like I like to like moisturize my face and all of that. So I was just wondering the process of how you assess like what is the right type of I guess skincare someone should have. But before we do that, we like to try to take people on a journey. So you just talked about where you at today. So let's talk to the audience about how did you get here? Like from childhood, like were there anything Was there anything that you experienced as a child as you grew up that kind of influenced your journey to where you at now?
Well, I've always been into beauty as a child. I've always been into putting makeup on, and being that I'm brown skin, I used to get ashy with like regular lotion. Like regular lotion didn't work for me. So I had to figure out a different way to moisturize my skin. And so I was just always fascinated with my skin and having an overall good appearance. So growing up, I started that way, and then I ended up going to school in college, but I didn't go that route. I went for accounting. So I had my bachelor's in accounting. And then after accounting, I worked corporate for a little while, and that didn't work out. So I ended up going back to school for aesthetics because I'm a full-time makeup artist. And a lot of girls come to me to get their makeup done to cover up hyperpigmentation, fine lines, wrinkles. And I was like, you know what? Instead of me covering these things up, I think it's best for me to go back and educate myself a little further on how we can correct the skin as a whole. So that's what I did.
Wow.
Got it.
That's dope. That's
Like,
dope.
I want to home in on something, right? Because you said you're an accountant, right? And my understanding of accountants, like you're not making chump change. You're making a pretty dollar, right? So you pivoted from the
Yeah.
corporate sector and then take a chance on yourself to go start your own business. Kind of talk about that moment in time, right? You was at the office or at the computer, wherever have you. What was going on? Like, what feelings were you having that made you pivot, right? Because there's people in the audience who are probably sitting at a desk like, do I really need to be doing this? Should I take the chance on myself? Do I want to go out and take a chance to get this great idea that I have in my head? So I want people to be able to be able to pick up on what you experience, and maybe it helps influence them to take a leap because they're feeling the same thing.
Okay. Well, yes, I've always wanted it to work for myself. I knew that I was good with numbers, so I just went to school for accounting, and I made a good penny off of it. But working in the corporate world was very different for me because I went to HBCU. So corporate, it was not many people there that looked like me. And I was the youngest out of a lot of them there. And it was kind of intimidating for them and me because I was the only Black African American woman there. And so a lot of times I got like little racial slurs and little, stuff said to me that made me uncomfortable, but I just kept pushing forward. But I always knew that this is not the end goal for me. I always wanted to start my own company, start my own business. I didn't know what just of yet, but I knew that I was always into beauty, but I didn't know if that would be like a logical thing to do to go the beauty route way when I have a whole bachelor's degree in accounting. But I weighed my options, and I was just like, well, let me just try it out for a year. And when I tried it out, I was able to maintain my bills, able to see the return on investment, me investing into myself. So I was like, okay, well, why not take this full time? And so that's what I did. I took it full time.
So before we get to this full time and what you're doing, right? Tell everybody where you're from and how was life growing up in your neighborhood, your family? How many siblings do you have? Was it both parents in the household? Talk to us about all of that.
Okay, well, I'm from Tennessee. I was born in Tennessee. My parents were military. Well, my mom was military, my stepdad. I have four siblings, two sisters and a brother. I grew up kind of like bouncing around everywhere because military. I moved every year, so I really had to adapt to change, get used to change really quickly, and keep up with the curriculum regardless. 'Cause my mom was very strict because of the military background. I grew up kind of like the new girl having to start over every time and learning how to have people skills and connect and talk to new people all the time. So that helped me as far as like me being able to network and go to events. But I kind of grew up kind of rough. I know they always think that military kids are like the brats. They call it military brats, but not necessarily. It's not always the case. My mom was in and out a little bit, but she was like verbally and kind of physically abusive due to the military. So it kind of like messed with me a little bit growing up. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Tennessee. What part of
Yes.
Tennessee?
Clarksville, the military branch.
Okay. That's interesting because we have another guest on the show that's from Nashville, right? So I had no idea you was from Tennessee, by the way. So that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. Now, your family, so your mom, military background, right? You were moving, you staying with a drill sergeant, basically, right?
Yes.
Making sure you keep that bed made up every day, room clean every day, dishes made, and you know when it comes to your academics, you on your A game, right?
Yeah.
But entrepreneurship, who did you see who modeled entrepreneurship before you that gave you this bright idea that one day you can own your own business?
I can't really say anyone because my whole family's military. I just always knew like that I was different. Like all my siblings right now are in the military. I'm the only one that didn't go to the military. So I've always knew that I was different. I always knew that I wanted different. And it cost me a lot to go that route because when my mom found out I didn't want to go to the military, she put me out. So I was homeless for a whole year, fresh out of high school.
Hold
And
up,
I had
hold up, hold up. Don't rush past that. You telling me that your mom, because you decided not to go into the military, said you getting out my house. Is that what you're telling
yeah,
us? Wow.
yes.
Wow. Okay, carry on. Carry on.
It's a
Yeah,
carry
so
on.
yeah, she definitely put me out and it kind of like made me feel like, okay, this is the end. I'll never forget. Like that's why I tell people all the time, like I'll never forget. I used to feel like, well, this is it. Like I don't know what's next. And I knew I wanted to go to college, but I ended up having to get a part-time job and then I ended up applying to go to school. And I got in school, I moved myself in. I felt like I was making the wrong decision because I didn't have a support team behind me supporting me on this. So I really like pushed my way through. I worked 2 jobs in school and I went to class, work, homework. It was just a routine for me. And then I ended up graduating. So now I feel like that's what kind of like drove me to like not really work for corporate because I felt like I could do anything and God's with me. Because when I had no one, literally no one, I made it to college and graduated on my own with just me, myself, and God.
Yo, can we get a clap for that? Can we get some
Yeah,
clap
yeah, yeah.
sounds for that? That's dope, man. That is dope. Yo, like you are a true testament of like no excuses. You had no one to help you. Like you was literally
Yeah,
out on the street in the gutter, and you came out the gutter and look at you now. And I think what like I want to paraphrase and let me know if I'm misspeaking is like you took that trauma and you turned it into like gold for you, right? You took the inconveniences that you experienced. Like I'm not gonna stay out in the street. I'm not gonna stay out like if you was sleeping on a curb, whatever the case may be. And you was like, all right, I'm gonna prove them wrong that I can succeed without the path that they laid, whether it's going to military or whatever your mother was pushing for you. So I want people to I've said this on previous podcasts, don't allow the trauma. And again, I'm not marginalizing traumas, but sometimes those traumas can be used to your benefit. It could be that catalyst, that fuel to your fire for you to be able to get to where you want to go. So life is not always doing something to you, it's doing it for you. So this way you can be able
right.
to manifest to something bigger. So yeah, you took
That's
that and you
dope.
ran with
One
it.
more
Like
time.
literally. Yeah.
That's dope,
Yes,
man.
I completely agree. I feel like people that go through a lot of trauma, upbringing, rough upbringing, it kind of molds them into being a whole different type of individual. We look at life a little differently, and I definitely look at life differently. Like after I never saw me graduating college. When I started the first week, I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna drop out because I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know why I put myself here." And then my roommates and they was like, "No, we got you." They were giving me school supplies and giving me stuff and like motivated me to keep going, and I ended up making it through.
So how is your
Yeah.
relationship with your mom now? How is that
Well, now
relationship?
we just started back speaking, I would say in May. So a little bit over months. We weren't talking for like 5 years. So like when she put me out, I was young still. So, I still was like very forgiving and I really wanted a relationship with her. So I was trying. But when I was in college, um, she was going through a rough patch, going through a divorce, and I was getting ready to graduate. And she asked me for some money, like not a little bit of money. She asked me for some money. And I told her I would give it to her, but I didn't have it at the time. I was waiting for it to hit my account. And she was going crazy, calling me all out my name and thought I was avoiding her. And then I eventually got the money and I gave it to her. And so I ended up sending her an invitation to my graduation, my college graduation, and she didn't show up. And my biological
Whoa.
father showed up.
Whoa.
And when he showed up, I was shocked. So I was like, he showed up, but she didn't show up. So that just kind of like burned me. And I was like, I'm done trying. And I had to find peace within myself because I felt like I just kept pouring and trying on my end. And I wasn't getting anything on the other side and I wasn't happy. So I just let it be. So I just moved forward. So I went 5 years without a word being said to her. I haven't been called, text, Christmas, birthdays, nothing.
Wow.
Hmm.
That's tough. I couldn't even imagine, you know, you graduating. You graduate, you would expect the family coming in large numbers to come celebrate this grand occasion, right? And the one person that you're looking for to be in the stands to cheer you on, to say you did it, is not present. Yeah, I know that it's tough, but I also believe that that helped give you that grit and grind that you have as well, right? And
Yes.
so, you know, do your mom know that you are a entrepreneur?
Yes, she knows. She has her stuff to say, to my siblings. She doesn't say it to me, but she says it to them. And I never address it with her because I just feel like I'm not going down that road. This is my life. I'm gonna do what I want to do with it. But yeah, she doesn't agree with it. She's still pushing military, but that's why I'm going so hard to pursue this, so that anybody that has parents or anybody that's feeling like they can't make it or do the things that they want to do with their life, show them and be that inspiration to them, to show them that you can do it. It doesn't matter who believes in you or who doesn't.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
You gotta take that road by yourself.
Right.
Oftentimes, you gotta take that road by yourself, man, and it's gonna come. They're gonna see like, wow, you had a vision that I didn't see, and
Hey,
they're gonna
she's on the Forte
be happy.
Podcast, brother. You know what I
You
mean?
said what?
Like, yeah, I said she's on the Forte Podcast. Mama, she made it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
fact, fact.
She made it. She's here. Let's go. Let's go.
For real, for real, for real, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, so all right, so we're back to, or we're fast forwarding back to, you said you went from corporate, you went to trying to start your own business. You said you gave yourself a year, and I think you mentioned something about now you're gonna go full time. Were you doing 9 to 5 as well as the entrepreneur together, and then you pivoted full time entrepreneur? Is that how I'm understanding it?
Yes, I
Okay,
worked still in the office, and then I was doing my business part time, and I was just doing makeup at first, and then it was doing pretty good. So I was like, okay, well, it's doing pretty good. Let me just step out on faith and just see what I can do with the makeup alone. But then I noticed that there was more to just applying the makeup to the skin. I wanted to learn a little bit more about the skin, so I went back to get more education on how to care for the skin.
got you, got you.
And I want to mention something, bro, because this is interesting, right? Because I appreciate the fact that you wanted to educate yourself on more than just applying makeup, right? Because there are people who have on makeup, but once that makeup is off, right, they are a total different person, right? And so what you're saying is, and I'm sure you were seeing the clients and you were saying, hey, I can help you, right? Not just apply
Mhm.
this, but I can help you with your skincare, right? So you don't have to, cake on so much to cover up these blemishes, right? So I'm just curious, like, what was your first client that you felt like, oh, I know my stuff now? Not just applying makeup, but as far as skincare treatment, like what was the first time where you felt like, oh man, I know my stuff?
Well, I know the first time was when I had a young lady come to me for makeup, and she was looking for certain results. Um, and if your skin's not at its optimal best, the makeup's not going to do too much. It's just going to be on top of whatever's up under the skin, like whatever's up under there. So I educated her on a skincare routine, and I did a couple of microdermabrasions. I'm not sure if y'all know what that is, but it's like sloughing off the first layer of this dead skin. And I did microdermabrasions, and I gave her a skincare routine, and I also had her incorporate sunscreen into her skincare routine, because a lot of women have hyperpigmentation around the jaw lines, and what they don't realize is if you don't have a skincare regimen and sunscreen in that skincare regimen, your skin will be introduced to the sun, and the sun can make those fine lines and dark marks even darker, and you're really defeating the purpose of not going to do the skincare routine and getting a facial when you're not protecting your skin.
But melanin, like we black, like that's what the melanin does, right?
Well,
Doesn't that
melanin only has a 13 SPF rate, and that can only protect you up to 10 to 15 minutes. So at best, you're only good outside for 10 to 15 minutes. And I know a lot of times you're outside longer than that. So that sun can attack the DNA cells in your skin, causing mutation, causing darker spots, fine lines, and wrinkles, and potentially skin cancer.
Because black people, we don't wear sunscreen. Let's just call it for
At
what it
all.
is. We do not
Only
put sunscreen.
61% of black people do not wear sunscreen. That's more than half.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't.
I was just about to say
And black men are the ones that have the highest mortality rate for skin cancer because they wear their hair cut low and they get it on the back of their head. Trent Williams, NFL player, had skin cancer on his head.
Wow.
Mm.
Man.
I'm gonna go to my Amazon cart right now. That's what I'm about to do. Go to Amazon cart right now. For real. You about to see me looking like I'm like creamed up with a whole bunch of white on. For real. So what do you recommend?
They have sunscreen that's good for melanated skin.
Okay. What do you recommend as far as SPF? I know there's different levels. Like the higher the level, the more caked up and creamier it looks. So what do you recommend?
No, that's not what the higher the levels mean.
What?
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Talk to us, T. Let's go.
So
Let's go.
SPF 30, and those are like the time frames on how long you have with that particular sunscreen. So SPF 30 will last you for like 45 minutes tops.
Okay.
And SPF 50, maybe an hour and a half.
Oh,
so that's just the amount of time you have to reuse it. So I know a lot of black people feel like, okay, I put on sunscreen for the day, but you put it on and it's wore off. So now you have to reapply it.
Got it. So why does it seem like is it a lower? Maybe I'm just getting a cheap brand when I go like to like the beach or something like that. Put some on. I feel like the higher the number, at least what I was thinking, the higher number, the thicker it is. But you're saying it's not necessarily equated to that. It's just the duration. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, no, that it's just, I guess, their material the products that they put in there, but it's the time frame.
So let me ask you this: have you started creating your own products, or are you?
Yes. So
okay.
I'm working on the products now. I have a couple people testing out. I haven't launched it yet, but I'm a part of the Nipsey Hussle Business Pitch Competition at InvestFest, so I'm hoping that we can win this competition.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that we can win this pitch competition so that we can scale our product line and get this information out to our community.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good. Okay. All right. I got you. So, what brought you to Atlanta? What got you down here since you're from Tennessee?
Well, I lived everywhere. I'm not from, I wasn't raised there, but I used to live here for a second, and my aunt lives here. My mom's sister. So I was really familiar with Atlanta, and I knew Atlanta was a city for beauty. So why not move to Atlanta?
Oh, okay. That's dope. All right. So here's my question, right? So when you started this business, how did you start? Like, how did you brand yourself? Okay. You came up with this name, right? So you got this name. How did you begin to market it to get your clients?
I got the name. I marketed by going to networking events, honestly, and then word of mouth. Like while I was in school. Well, I'm still in school. I'm getting ready to graduate in like next week. But while I'm in school, I promote and I get clients to come in and I provide them services, top tier services. Like I don't do it like I'm in school. I give it to them like it's top tier, like they would get it at a salon. And then I go to networking events and just word of mouth. And Instagram, I try to do like videos, and I've networked with Pinky Cole. I've networked with David Shands. I've networked with Neo Davis on Instagram. Chaotic. I'm not sure if you know Chaotic, but I've networked with a lot of known people in the industry already.
When I saw Neo following you, I was like, oh, she doing her thing. She doing the thing. Yeah.
Yes, I actually did him and his wife's facial before.
Okay. Yep. That's dope.
And educated them.
Yeah. So talk to us some more. Educate us in regards to what are some basic skincare tactics that we as male and female can use to take care of our skin?
Get you a good cleanser. Even if you have sensitive skin, you can try like an organic skin cleanser. You don't have to exfoliate. You can leave that up to your esthetician, because I know a lot of people don't really understand how to properly exfoliate. So just cleansing and serums, finding you a good serum and moisturizer, and don't forget your SPF.
What do you think about retinol? What's your take on retinol? Someone was saying that you should add
Retinol,
retinol to your.
you can't add retinol. That's for women that's 25 and up, because I see a lot of middle schoolers and high schoolers using retinol because it's on TikTok right now, and that's not for people under the age of 25. So it helps with aging, but
So
you
you saying
wouldn't
women,
use that
man,
every day.
okay, huh?
I said you wouldn't use that every day. You would use that like once or twice a month.
Oh, okay, got it.
Wow. Man, so it sounds like, T, that you need to be in the mastermind room to talk to some of these millionaires and billionaires about how to properly take care of their skin, right? Including individuals like me that have oily skin. What, for someone like me with oily skin, right? What do you recommend?
Well, I would ask, are you drinking enough water? That's the first thing.
I believe so, but maybe not. I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So sometimes when you're not drinking enough water, your body can be dehydrated. So your body will overly produce sebum, which is oils, into the skin. So sometimes you're thinking that you're oily, but it could indicate that you're dehydrated. But I
Wow.
would have to do a skin analysis on you just to make sure that that's what it would be.
Yeah, let's do
Because
that. Let's
when we
let's
do our first, yeah,
yeah, let's do that. Let's
okay,
set that
I
up.
got
So here's what's interesting, right? Just yesterday, I'm in the bank, right? And it's this guy, he's at the teller with this old lady and his child. And the lady beside me, I had no idea how she even knew it, bro. She said he's about to faint, he's about to pass out. And I'm
you.
I'm I'm looking like, what signs is he giving? And next thing I know, he asked for a bottle of water, and he made 2 steps and fainted. And I was like, yo. And so it was something about, I don't know if she's a nurse or something, but she knew that something was about to take place, and it kind of freaked me out. I was like, yo, man. And so, of course he came to himself, and I was like, man, did you eat? And he was like, nah, I didn't eat, but he was sweating real heavy. Like he was sweating, and it was hot outside. So I'm not sure if he work outside, but talking about dehydration, like that kind of gave me a sign. But I think I do, but apparently maybe I don't drink enough. So I'm going to make sure that I continue to drink more water. But I do want to get that done because I think that's important. So yeah.
Okay. And sometimes it's not dehydration. It could just be you have oily skin, and there's products for oily skin as well.
So what are you seeing for your business? Like you take this, I know you're trying to take the skincare, you're trying to take it to, I assume the Rihanna level. You're trying to be on a Rihanna level with it or something like that. But
Yeah.
what do you see in 1 to 5 years for your business? What's your goals?
My goals are to be able to land some partnerships. I want to partner with InvestFest. I want to partner with Revolt. I want to partner with the NFL. These bigger platforms, because I feel like they would be able to help me change the stigma with sunscreen and skincare regimens in the Black community. So in the next 5 years, I see myself being able to have those partnerships and being able to scale this business on a global level.
That's good.
What advice? So that is good. What advice do you have to somebody who's entering this industry when it comes to the hurdles you may have already experienced? Matter of fact, before we even get to that, what is your biggest fail in this in this process? If somebody come with some skin like, damn, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know how I'm gonna get this right. Have you ever experienced that? Like, what's your biggest failure to date in the skincare industry?
I would say certain acne, because as an esthetician, I'm not a medical esthetician. So certain levels of acne, I can't. I'm not certified to service them. So I would say that would be like the biggest fail, because I really would want to help them, but I'm not certified to do that. So now I feel like I got to go back and get more education so that I can serve anyone that comes to me.
So would you add that to your 1 to 5 year goals? So like, as of course you go back, you apply the knowledge that you're learning from right now, but eventually gets to the point where you can do those type of recommendations. Would that be something that you think would be in the 1 to 5 year goals?
Yes, or either partner with the dermatologist because as long as I'm a licensed esthetician, I can partner alongside with a dermatologist and be able to serve them. But I couldn't do it on my own. So partnering with a dermatologist would be a goal I could see myself getting in the next 5 years.
That's good.
Got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, collaboration, man. People shy away from
That's
that.
it. Yep. That's
Yeah,
it. Partnership. There's
yeah,
power in partnerships.
Because I don't want to do it all. You know, it takes a
Right.
village, and I can't do it all.
Right.
yeah,
Now
yeah.
you also had a viral moment. You want to talk about your viral moment?
What viral moment?
Your hot seat.
Oh, okay, I forgot. Yeah. So, it was it was it was interesting. David, he definitely gave it to me straight because I'm definitely a worker bee. He basically told me I was a worker bee and that I needed to be more of a boss instead of doing everything on my own. But I'm just so used to doing everything on my own, so that's why I kind of like changed the way I wanted to go about my business because originally I wanted to just get into the school systems and show the students how to properly care for their skin and just doing all the work as far as the skincare and showing them how to properly do a facial or just take care of their skin. But now I'm leaning more towards partnerships and being able to scale my business and be able to get brand awareness and getting this education out to the community.
That's good. That's good.
When you said Dave, you talking about like David Shands?
Yes, David Shands. I was on his
Okay.
podcast back
Oh,
in
he was on his
April.
podcast. Okay, got
Yeah.
it. I was like, what? All right. So
Yeah,
he was
she
breaking
was
it
in. A,
down.
she
You was
was.
telling
She
your
was in.
story.
She was in
Okay.
a hot seat. She was in a hot seat.
Yes, he dove in on me. He definitely dove in.
Yeah,
Got it.
she was
Okay.
brave enough and bold enough to sit down on the hot seat and get drilled, right? So what have you learned from that experience, and what did you do following that?
I learned to not be so much in the workload because I'm like the type of person, if I want something, I'm going to go do it myself. I don't really like to ask for help, but now I'm branching out with asking and I'm starting to find the right people to put in place to help me with certain things. So I would say that's definitely what I need to learn because I'm the type, if I want to do it, I'm just going to go do it and get it done.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, so we like to close out our interviews with, 1 to 5 years from now, where do you see yourself? So talk to us. Is that right, Randall? That's your
He already
just
asked me.
did I
yeah,
ask it
we just
right?
talked about. No, I'm saying we already talked about that like 5 minutes ago.
Oh well. All right.
He was busy. He was busy messing with the cameras and technology in the back. That's all. That's all.
I didn't
Don't worry.
catch all
We're
of that.
gonna edit it out. We're gonna edit it out.
No, we're not. We're
Edit it
gonna
out.
keep it. No, we're gonna
We'll
keep it.
keep it.
But I do
Okay.
got one question for you. Got one question for you. What do you put in your grits?
Oh, come on, bro. Come on.
Well,
Go
I
ahead.
don't eat grits.
What?
Yeah, I don't eat grits.
Hold on. You haven't stayed in Tennessee. You don't live in Georgia. Where you from Maine, New Hampshire? That's where y'all lived at as well.
No,
Maine.
we lived in Seattle. We lived in
That explains
Missouri.
it.
We lived in
Yeah.
Kuwait.
Yeah,
You know,
that explains it. That explains it.
yeah,
You
I
don't
don't eat
eat.
grits.
All right. So, if someone was to ask you the question, the correct answer is sugar. Okay.
Yeah, I would
Don't.
know 'cause I don't eat those.
I just want you to
Yeah,
know that.
stick to that. Just stick that. You don't eat grits.
Yeah, I
Just
just want you
stick
to
to
know
that.
that.
Don't
All right,
don't
so
listen to that. Don't listen to him.
yeah. So, all right, let me ask you this question though, because you're doing the pitch for InvestFest.
hmm
Are you ready?
Yes.
Do you have your pitch down? Like you ready to get the bag? Are you ready?
Yes. Yes. I had to shorten it
Okay.
because I had a lot to say, but I got it down and I'm
By
gonna be
heart.
up all night
By
tonight.
heart.
Well,
You
not
don't
by
have.
heart because I had to shorten it, but
Okay.
I'm gonna be up all night tonight and tomorrow, and I'm gonna have it.
Okay. Because we're gonna be
There's no
present.
excuses.
we're gonna be present. Randall, let me bring you in on something, right? So when I met T at the Mixer event, right? She got to see the coach side of me, right? Like, so she didn't just get my business card. Is that right, T?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
She got to see the coach side of me, right? Because I'm like, first of all, she was educating me. Like, soon as, I asked about the name and I was kind of curious, and she just started going boom, boom, boom. So your stuff. Like, you really, and you're very passionate about what you do. And it shows when you start talking, right? Because you were giving me game. And for someone that I have, even though I have 3 daughters in my house and 2 of them love skincare, and I mean, they be putting all this stuff on their face, and I'd be like, listen, one, I don't want them doing no makeup at this age, but they be doing these little facials and the cucumbers and right. So you was putting me on game, but I was like, yo, you got to work this room. Like, you can't just be sitting here talking to us at this table. We already got your information. Right. Now go work that room. And you did. So salute to you. You didn't look at me crazy like, I just met you. Right? Why are you telling me this? But you actually went and took care of your business. So, and that set you up with a Pinky Cole session, right?
Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
Come on. Let's go. All right. So Invest Fest, you gonna be in the house?
Yes,
Forte
I'll be there.
Experience, November the 2nd. Put it on your calendar because I gave you that information as well. Make sure you're in the house and you're all black, and be dope if you can make sure that we straight. You know what I'm saying? That's hey Randall, what you think, man? That's you know what I mean? I want to be straight. I don't know about you. I want to be straight.
Randall looking like
oily free. Listen, this episode is sponsored by. There you go. You know what I'm saying? Let's go, man. Let's make it happen. All right, Teelashae, if you can provide your contact information, how can our viewers get in contact with you, and how can they reach out to you if they want more information, if they want to set up a session, right? A skincare treatment session, makeup session, or just an educational session, how can they get in contact with you to do so?
You can reach out to me on Instagram at Hornee Skin. That's HORNEE Skin. Or you can reach my personal page at its_Teelashae. That's TEELASHAE_.
There you have it. We appreciate you so much for coming on the Forte Podcast. Thank you so
Thank you for having me.
All right, hold tight, T. We coming right back to you. Hold tight. We coming right back to you. Hey, brother. All right, Hornee Skin. Let's go.
I'm about to have my SPF 30 going, bro. I'm about to have my SPF 30 going.
Yeah. And listen, you're gonna need that, man, because this weekend we got a busy weekend, so and it's hot. It's hot in Atlanta, so definitely need that
we inside
sunscreen.
though. The best fest is inside.
We're gonna be outside. We're gonna be inside all weekend.
Okay.
Be outside.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Gotta work the parking lot. Oh, we on grind mode. All
right. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Once the website says sold out, then we can just chill and interview people and all of that good stuff. But I want y'all to know that we're gonna be the Invest Fest grinding.
We coming with QR codes on our back. QR codes on our back make it easy for you to get to the website.
Scan and purchase. That's what the shirt needs to say. Scan and purchase.
Facts.
Scan and purchase.
Facts.
Yeah,
like
scan and purchase.
Scan and purchase.
Scan and purchase. Yep, that's all it needs to say. Scan and purchase. So, hey, we're looking forward to seeing you all at the Invest Fest. We have another, I don't know if you want to go live for the second one or not. We don't have to, but we do have another guest coming up. So we got to change and get ready for our next guest. But we want to thank Teelashae for coming on and Hornee Skin. educating us on skin treatment, skin care,
Yeah.
sunscreen. Man, I don't know when the last time, I think when we went to Buckrow Beach was probably the last time I put some on. And with the weather out here, definitely. And I'd be outside running too, man. So I gotta, but you know what? I have long sleeves and I be having, the pants and all of that too. So the compression pants. So my skin do be covered. But I need to put some around his neck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So anyway, hey, let's let the people know, man. Let's let them know real quick about getting their tickets. Let's go, because I'm so
Forte.
man. Let's go.
Come on, Forte. You see the flyer? That is speaking elegance. It's speaking like-minded individuals in a space like no other. The networking party. Go to www.theforteexperience.com to get your ticket now.
Right now. Scan and purchase. Right now. Hey, listen, man. Y'all go get y'all tickets. We want to see you in the building. We want to see you in the all black. If you're a Dallas Cowboy fans, the Cowboys play the Falcons on that Sunday, November the 3rd. Make it a whole weekend. Come on down. Atlanta, Georgia. It's going to be crazy. I'm just telling you. It's going to be crazy. So make sure you get your tickets right now. www.theforteexperience.com. www.theforteexperience.com. We out of here. Catch y'all next Tuesday.
What's
for
your
another
Forte?
Let's go.